Can you see me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you see me? Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I am Pratibha, and can you introduce yourself?
I was able to hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me properly?
Now I can hear you, ma'am, but I wasn't able to hear you earlier clearly, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Now it is fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool, great. Okay, so since I don't know you, can you just introduce yourself and tell me something more and something interesting about you that generally you don't tell people?
So I'm Harini.
Okay.
Right. So my ambition is actually being a doctor, so I need a lot of English for that.
Definitely you need that.
And my goal is to go to America and Canada and do some special work in medical science.
Okay. Wow, amazing. That's like you have very much clearly defined your path, like how you're going to take it to. Cool. That's
Yes,
like a
ma'am.
great clarity. Okay. So since you mentioned like you want to be a doctor, so it's evident that you are a science student. That's like biology or something, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so something about that. Tell me more about you. I mean, what are you doing? What do you like to do? How are you doing right now?
So now I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to school and coming here.
Okay.
But my interest normally on drawing, then studying, reading books,
Okay.
playing,
Cool.
and all these things. Yeah,
Okay.
I mostly like small children because they are easy to communicate with, and you must really listen to them every time. Yeah, I speak with
Wow.
them. So I like to speak with them. And when you're talking with elders, they talk fluent English. So you also listen to them. So I like that also. But while speaking with my age, I lose my interest. I don't know why. Everyone is speaking in each language that I can't, that my mind cannot comprehend why they are speaking so grammatically wrong.
Right, that is very true. A lot of people, in fact, like if you go, like once they grow up and they reach at a particular position, they forget about the grammar, right? They just focus on, like this is still, I think so till college you will find out like grammatical structural reforms that we are looking for. But after that, people are more into like making understand yourself, right? It's perfectly fine, but it is like the person who is very keen at these aspects, now they see the flaws immediately. Okay, there is something going wrong. Oh, the person made a mistake. You see that so vividly, and that is a good quality basically. So kudos to that. Good. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so since you didn't mention which class are you studying right now.
I didn't mention, ma'am. I'm from class 8, ma'am.
Class 8. School.
School is PS Temple Vidyashram in Varagadam, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so I can see a few pictures at your background. I mean, it's a 2022. There is another like page. I cannot see what is written over
That's
there.
my school timetable, ma'am.
Oh, so you are it's a study room or something.
It's my study room, ma'am.
All right, cool. Okay, and the most and basic question I should have asked it before. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, ma'am.
Okay, good in like on the scale of 1 to 10. How good are you right now?
Now I'll describe myself as a 7 or 8, ma'am.
Oh, and what's stopping you from being good to 10?
10. I can't describe myself as 10 because I know I do a lot of mistakes.
No, I'm just saying at this moment, how are you doing? So it's like perfect, it's like 10 on 10, it's like 7 because I'm going through this thing, I'm struggling with this. Right now, how are you doing?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
Oh, cool, it's perfectly fine. That's a very right way to say when you are not aware of or you don't know the answer. It's nice that you actually put it into the straightforward words like, I don't know. That is a good thing. Okay, all right. So just one more question and then we will move ahead. Why do you want to like you mentioned though that you want to have a fluency over English. You want to communicate very flawlessly and in a smoother manner, right? But besides that, being a doctor, I don't think so it's that important. It is important in every profession, but doctors are more of like into their own work, right? So what is the main motive behind learning a fluent English or any language for that matter, according to you?
If I be a doctor, then I should need to know what the patient is telling me. What's their problem? There
But patients
many
don't
ways.
talk in English always, right?
Yes, ma'am. But I want to go to America and Canada. There they will talk in English.
All right. So it's like a clearly path not staying in India even for some time.
I stay in India and sometime, ma'am. But while staying in India, a few people who are tourists in India will come to see the doctor. If they see a doctor and they don't know Hindi, Tamil, and other languages in India, they must talk in English. You must understand that too, no, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. So you are learning that global language to be very active and have a good hand over that. Great. All right. So according to you, how important communication is? I mean, like that could be in any language, not restricting yourself to English, but any language. How do you think communication plays a role in our life? And why should one have good skills in that? You can think for 30 seconds and then you can reply.
Communication is needed for our life because for everything, if you want to know something, you need communication. And if you want to let someone else know it also, you need communication. Only if you communicate, you will learn something new, ma'am.
Definitely.
Our world won't develop, ma'am.
Okay.
Communication is the key factor.
All right. Okay, so this is your understanding. Fair enough. All right. Okay, so even besides that, just understanding someone or just letting yourself understand, that's not the limitation, or you cannot restrict communication to that. And there are different forms of communication, right? It's just not like the verbal thing that we're talking about right now. Maybe you are writing a letter to somebody. Maybe you are having a signal or sign language that you're talking with. So communication can be in any manner. Like if you are talking right now, your hands, your facial expressions, they count as a medium of communication. So that is also included in that. And besides that, in fact, if you want to maintain a good relations, you need to have communication. If you want to have a flow of information through something, you have to have communication. In fact, you need permission from your parents. You need communication, right? So you can just mention that it's from the basic, like even the moment a child is born till the time you are actually going off this land, you have to have communication. The ways may differ from person to person, but you need that, right? And how crucial. Okay, so before moving ahead, I just want to know, how many languages do you know?
Ma'am, I know a total of 3 languages, ma'am.
Okay.
Tamil, Hindi, and English.
Oh, so you know Hindi. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very good. And you can reduce the number of ma'am from between. I mean, you can address plain, okay? You don't have to say ma'am after each word. Cool, each sentence. You can, okay. Okay will work. Fine will work, okay? So feel like it's a more of like an interaction rather than just being so sophisticated and that is stereotypical sir and ma'am structure, okay?
Okay.
Cool. And what is the meaning of your name?
The meaning of my name is a deer.
Oh, that's a heron.
Yes.
Like a male.
The female deer is called as Harini, ma'am.
Harini, yeah. Like male is Hiran and then Harini. Cool. Quite a different and unique name. I'm hearing this for the first time in my life, actually. I mean, I have.
Actually, this is a very common name.
Oh, but I haven't heard it actually. I mean, like not in my area, never. Not even my friend circle that have anyone with this name. So yeah. All right. Okay, so honey, what else do you like? How many friends do you have? What do you do with your friends? How much time do you spend in a school? Okay, so there were so many questions. Let me go one by one. Okay, so how many friends and what kind of friends do you have?
I have my friends of my age group and my smaller age group, ma'am.
Okay. And what do you do majorly in your school time?
Majorly, I study, then I talk with my friends about how their life is going on and what they're doing at home and how in the world are they actually they using the time that they have and what they are doing with the time for the free time. Because I am not able to know what I'm going to do in the free time. I'm just looking around what to do over there and here and just finding nothing to do now. So I'm doing the
Okay.
same thing again and again.
Okay. So like you mentioned, you like to draw, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're doing something. Don't say that you are not doing anything when you have time. And
But
also you
if
are
I
just in,
draw, I'll draw same type of thing again and again because I can't get any inspiration.
maybe you can
Around
just
here
look
and there.
around. Maybe you can just think of something from your surrounding. Talk to your parents, talk to your, maybe just, do you have a pet?
I don't have a pet, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, it's perfectly fine. You can start, like you mentioned, you like to read, right?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
do that. That is the best practice, I would say, to just enhance knowledge at the same time, not feeling the need of any person in your vicinity. So yeah, that you can do. All right. Just one more thing, like whenever you are saying anything, right? Like I study in school, right? I catch up with my friends. So whenever you're mentioning anything, try to elaborate a bit more, right? Like you can say, like most of the time, it's the classes that occupy me. Other than that, I go to library or maybe studying at some particular point or a spot that you have reserved for yourself, right? You can mention that. So give very specific details when you're mentioning anything, whether it's your habit, any incident, or anything that has occurred. All right.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
just a bit explanation along with the major description of anything. All right. It gives a lot of clarity. Suppose if I ask, what do you like to eat?
I would say I like pasta, sandwiches, and all other type of Italian cuisines. Then I would like some Chinese cuisine, spicy food, which is my favorites. Then
Okay.
I say that I would eat a few sweets, but not all the sweets are my favorites. Only a few Indian sweets like kaju katali, laddu are my favorites. And uh, and in normal neutral foods like chapati, buri, those are my weak foods. Mainly, they are my favorites. While the rice ones are not really the best for me.
Why? I mean, allergic or you don't like them?
I don't really like them the most. It just feels so normal. It tastes so normal, and if you see, take example for idli dosa means my mother will give them every day. I won't eat it, and and I go and make sandwich.
No, it's perfectly fine, whatever you like. But I think so. The most healthy food people are shifting towards is dosa, idli, sambar. They're extremely healthy. Like you may have
Yes,
sandwiches
ma'am.
every day in the morning, but if you're having idli dosa, they are super nice. They'll keep you in shape. Though you are just a kid, you can enjoy whatever you want, but in a limit, right? That has to be a balance. That's why parents always suggest now, like have this much in this limit because they know what could be the consequences of the same, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Any food memory that you have, like any food date that you had with your family, or any celebration that you had with food being the major part in it, that you can recall of since your childhood. Any such memorable moment that you had?
That is the problem, ma'am. Actually, food is something we had different every day, and nothing special was ever happened. Particularly special. It would be like every Sunday something new food, something new, and every Monday to Fridays and Saturdays it will be like normal food. So it only the weekends will have some special food. There's no special memory with food. Even in celebrations, we don't have any food as a main part. Celebrate
Why?
first.
Oh, that could be
First
them, but
enjoy, then food, ma'am.
okay, but still, like you maybe was on a trip or maybe somewhere, and maybe you're someone in your family cooked for the first time. Maybe you cooked something for the first time. Maybe you liked the dish so much that you can't even forget the taste of it ever. Any such memory?
There is one, ma'am.
Mhm.
First time I
Okay, you
ate
can
garlic bread.
stop calling again and again, ma'am. Like, just keep it like, okay, I have just one memory that I would like to share, but I have one. No need to add name like multiple times. Okay, keep
Okay,
it
ma'am.
again. Wow.
No,
Okay, go
ma'am,
ahead.
I'm going to multiple tuitions. I'll say ma'am every single time. It became a habit for me.
I understand. Go ahead.
So there was one particular memory. The first time I tried garlic bread, it was my favorite and the most lovely. That day I went to the mall, and over there we saw there was an Italian restaurant called
Okay.
Das. So when we went there for the first time, I said I don't like any of them. Italian food is not my type. But
Mhm.
I love it because of the starting garlic bread. That day my mother bought garlic bread and it was so tasty. I ordered another one and another one, and they said we can't give you more. So,
Okay.
my mother ordered something else called a lamb sandwich, which I ate, and it was also tasty. So that was the first time I tried Italian cuisine, and now it is my favorite.
Italian are actually, and if you have a garlic bread with pasta or maybe some any sauce with that, it's very nice. I mean, it tastes even much more enriched.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
try that out sometime. It's actually nice one, a combination. Okay. Since you mentioned about your hobbies and everything, do you like to watch movies or play something outdoor?
Movies.
Hmm.
Um, Movies I'll watch if my family watches, ma'am. But most of the time, even if my family watch, I'll go outside and play with my friends, ma'am.
Okay, so you don't watch at all.
I'll watch the movie halfway and I'll go halfway itself, ma'am. Because I want to play with my friends and sit and watch a movie, ma'am.
And
Because
what do you
you
play?
can watch a movie, you need to sit at a place. You're just going to sit still, no move, not even you're not going to move a muscle, and you're just going to stare at the TV, ma'am.
But
But
if
play,
Mhm.
you can just run and jog and jump, and it'll be so fun, ma'am.
We'll keep it this way. I mean, if you don't like it, just go with it, because once you just go and reach a particular age, you just start having less of outdoor games. Nowadays, that is a kind of like a concern also. So keep up with your physical activities that you are into. And you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
But even though I like going out and playing, ma'am, there's a little problem in it. My friends, everyone stay at home, watch their phone
Oh,
series, and they're not coming. Even if I call them, they never come. And I should call them for 100 times from the ground, from the park. I'll call them to the house. I'll be shouting again and again, come on, come on. They won't listen to me. They'll lie to me that they have classes, they have lunch to eat, but they'll be just watching TV and phone. Then their mother will scold them. Then only they'll come. Till that,
oh.
shouting and shouting.
Totally understandable. A lot of kids are like kind of like addicted to TV, cartoons, shows, maybe differs from person to person. But I just appreciating your interest into outdoor activities. Keep it up. It's a very nice practice, and keep it going for a longer time, as much as you can. Try to keep it into your system.
Thank
Very
you.
healthy practice.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I like your hair, by the way. I mean, they are so nicely, I say, put on. Good. And who puts on your hair? Who combs and makes your hair, by the way? Is it you
Oh, my
or
hair.
some?
For the last 2 years, I've been combing my hair, but for going to school alone, my mother will comb me.
So do you make the braids, or like it's always the open ones?
Mostly, I'll put single ponytails. Today, I took a hair bath, so free hair.
All right. And how far is the school from your home? And how do you go to school?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Yes. Yeah, I just asking like how far is your school from your home? And like by what medium do you travel there?
We go by car, and it's like a 20-minute long ride to go to school, ma'am. And going to school is the toughest task because I need to wake up my brother and get him ready, ma'am.
Okay, so your brother is younger than you,
Yes, ma'am.
and what he is like studying, in which grade he is?
He's in UKG, ma'am.
Oh, so he is very young.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Oh,
he
so
wakes
you,
up really late, and it is almost up to tight for me to go to school, ma'am. For him, the time is late. For me, it is early. So I need to go early. For him, he needs to go late. It's it's very hard to accompany with its time, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. It happens when you have siblings, elder or even younger than you. They both trouble you a lot. You have to compensate your own timing with them and theirs with yours. All right. Okay. And what is that at the bottom? I mean, I can see another. There are two posters and there is another thing. I think it's a painting or
That's a
something.
picture frame, ma'am.
Can you just explain that?
It's just a picture frame which was there when we rented this house itself, ma'am. We don't know nothing about it. It was just there in my father's room. So when we put the clock over there, we took out the picture and kept. We didn't have any place to put the picture. So I kept it over here for sure, so that whoever who's coming to teach me can see it, ma'am.
Oh, and what does that mean? Can you just explain that to me? I mean, the
It
picture.
actually does not. It actually gives a musical vibration, ma'am.
Okay.
It has an Indian versus Western music, ma'am. The blue side has the tablas, and the red side has a guitar. The blue side is the Carnatic music, while the left side, the red side is the Western music, ma'am.
Okay, so they are having a kind of competition or maybe just representing each one of them.
Representing that both are equals in no matter how they sound, ma'am.
Music is music. It's universal. There is nothing like nationality or geography.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And according to you, what is music? I mean, how do you see music, Bessie, in general?
I see music as a rhythm for your expression, for expressing. Usually we speak, but while speaking, we can't express everything. Our emotions won't be expressed. But while singing music, our words come much more fluently and easily, and our expressions are so fast and at the same time so beautiful that it turns into a song, which is nothing but music. And this music is for everyone to hear, ma'am.
Cool. So nice. I mean, that is actually quite apt. Like, according to you, that is like I would also describe somehow. But other than that, it's also like a different emotions that you have can be expressed through music quite easily. You don't have to always have words. Words in the sense like the verbal communication to just present yourself. Sometimes music is just not related to human beings. Even the nature loves music. I think so. You must have heard about the ragas and all, like from the holy scriptures that we have, and the manuscripts from our ancestral things, and even we talk about the Vedas and all, right? You
Yes.
find there. So music is so much above and beyond like what we see right now. Just it's not about some song, some lyrics or some rhythm. It's more about something very deep, peaceful, calming. Though nowadays a lot of things are turning out to be differently, music is turning into something like pops and a variety of music is coming up. So you can also give such kind of contradictory sides of anything, right? Whenever you are giving a positive or a good side of any topic in any way, right? Even someone is asking you, okay, so tell me, describe this particular situation. So if you the situation is even though bad, but along with the bad side, give the side which is good also. And if something good is there, talk about the darker or the basic which is neglected side. Okay, so try to give the both side of anything. Generally when someone is giving you a open topic, like suppose someone says, okay, tell me, how do you see water?
Water.
Yeah. Let's say it's a monsoon season, you can talk a lot about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Water, ma'am. So something that is needed for life. We need water because it is actually 70% of our body, which means if it's less than that, we'll die. So that is really needed for our life.
Doctor quote. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
And the water is present everywhere in the world. More than 72 or 90, I forgot more. So
it's
more than 3/4 of the world is water only. So this water is mainly salty water, which cannot be drunk. This is because we don't save much water. The water we use is the good and purified water, which is groundwater and rainwater, which is the water we mainly waste. We
Mhm.
lot of places which are thriving for water and not getting a single drop. This is because of our wastage of water. Water is something, even though water is being wasted, water is something which can be dangerous. Water is not only precious, because when you see many places, you'll see that it's only a piece of land will be there and it will be surrounded with water. This is because of the rising of water and melting of ice caps. Water is only dangerous because in Tamil there's one small line done in English and whatever even the most precious things are dark when they are more.
When they are consumed or available in excess or abundance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And they are excess.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Which means that even though water is precious and needed for our life, when it's big, it is ready to kill us.
Exactly. You can even give examples of monsoon right now, right? It's actually flooding. If you talk about states like Orissa or maybe some like Mumbai, like every year the land is reducing, right? Similarly, if you like, I think recently there was flood in Karnataka also. Like a lot of places are getting, especially the ones which are surrounded or near water bodies, especially rivers and ocean. And besides that, you can also talk about, like you talked about water, right? Just for the human consumption. Do you think water is required beyond human consumption, like field? The basic survival needs, the farmers, they need it to the most. So water is basically life, you can say that way, right? Whenever you're talking about any topic, start with a quote or something that you think could be very impressive, like water is life, right? It's a very concluding line, but it's very impactful also at the same time. It gives a very, like you can say, very spontaneous start to something. Now, how is it is life? You can explain that later, like human life, the field, the grains that we get. Human survival is just possible because of the grains, and how we are consuming water at different levels. Like start your day, we have, you brush up, right? You just take bath, or maybe you travel somewhere. Every time you need water, even the food that is being cooked, it needs water, right? You can talk about those aspects also. So give the minute details from your daily life also. Do not have to be very like standardized content that you are giving, because it's a spontaneous spoken, right? So talk about and give more of like real life examples that you can. They are so good and apt. I think so. It made sense.
Wow.
That you want to ask me, or maybe right now or later, you can approach. All right.
Ma'am, I have a question about the class timings and all.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Timings. Which days will you be okay, ma'am?
I mean, like when are you? I mean, I was informed that you are available on weekend.
Yes, ma'am. The weekends I'm full of classes.
Yeah. On weekends, like what would be your timing, by the way? Like I'll be available, I think so, like after 1 p.m. anytime.
Saturday I'll be only available after 6:30, ma'am.
Okay, so then fix it to be like maybe 7 or 8. Works.
Yes,
8 may
ma'am.
be fine, because you can also get some time to freshen up, talk to your family, have your food if you missed.
I'll only eat my food at 8:30, ma'am.
Oh, okay, cool. So like, yeah, 8 could be the time on Saturday, and Sunday could be in the daytime, during day, anytime. Works.
Ma'am, Sunday morning I'll go out, ma'am. My family will go out.
Okay, so keep it like in the night only then for Saturday and Sunday, both the days.
Okay, ma'am.
Works?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. All right. Any other question?
No other questions, ma'am.
Cool. Great. Sir, do you have anything to add on here? You can take from here.
Yes. Actually,